place on his body, playing through it, and that's the ultimate football player in my mind.
This is Quandre Olison tripped up at the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Passing game to get the ball out quickly.
Pickett under pressure, and he is sacked. Joe Jackson, his 7th sack of the season, and there is that vaunted Miami defensive line.
Well, I think some of these guys, we're talking about throwback. This is one of the best defensive lines Miami's had in a very long time. They're strong up through the middle, but they also have 2 edge rushers that can get after the quarterback. Jackson there flexing his muscle. He chased him down from the backside pursuit, never giving up on the play. It's that type of determination.
Saw that last ball go to, but Brian Hightower, the true freshman who we saw the long bomb to, he's going to get a lot of burn here today.
On the ground, Travis Homer has some running room. Homer down the sideline, a stiff arm, and takes it inside the 25. A 47-yard run by Homer, who with a strong finish can hit 1,000 yards on the season.
One of the things you noticed last week was that their running game took off. And here's why. When you spread teams out, now you thin out the box, and riding the fullback, look for the football to go right behind him.
Here's Hall, and he is ambushed in the backfield. Michael Pinckney making the play. He was suspended last week.
Watch this defensive line. Disruptive is what they call it. I mean, Joe Jackson is in the backfield, completely takes on the block. That's not who had the victory.
Kenny Pickett today, 4 for 4, 39 yards. That's Malik Carter, only a yard.
That was a tough yard. And the cut there was on a dime. The explosive nature of this young man, he's going to be a fine player around here, and they love this jet sweep. And, you know, you talk about Joe Jackson already being very involved in the ball.
Number 99 got across the line of scrimmage.
The give to Hall, sheds 1 tackle, and then charges upfield. The ball comes out. Bandy looked like he'd done it.
And that's the safety, Jaquan Johnson. Very savvy play. Oh, my goodness. We've got to see this again, ladies and gentlemen. You talk about 2 of the best safeties in the country, in Sheldrick Redwine and Jaquan Johnson. You're about to see why. Watch the awareness. Number 4 come in. This is intentional. And that's the first thing you're taught as a defensive back. When you hold them up, get your hand in there, rip that football out. And you talk about a playmaker. Here comes the retain, baby. And the U doing what they do. And Jaquan Johnson, one of the leaders of this team, Manny Diaz said that this guy is the best safety in the country. Hard to argue when he makes plays like that.
There is the vaunted turnover chain. Miami came into this game with 23 takeaways, good for 12th in the FBS. And now from their own 46, Perry to throw. That one is caught by Harley for a first down. You know, now it's Olison. Nowhere to go. 3rd down.
Because the creases are going to be open, but they're going to be quick. You got to hit them quick.
And this is where Pickett has really developed. The command at the line of scrimmage.
Pickett in trouble and engulfed. A huge loss. Jackson was in the backfield. John Garvin was there as well. And it'll set up 3rd and long.
This is one of those plays I was talking about where it looks like a blitz. I mean, you tell me, does this look like a blitz or not? It's not. This is just a team that is anticipating the run, and they went play action. So what do they tell quartermen to do? If the ball's not going there, go get the quarterback. And this kid, this is exactly the target downfield and converted on a crucial 3rd down.
Pickett backpedaling, gets rid of it. It's complete. No gain. French with the catch. And Pittsburgh will have to punt it away. Javonte Dean made the stop. 1st down and 10 for Miami. N'Kosi Perry, the quarterback, just 2 of 10 passing. Perry will throw. Dangerous pass. And it's brought in for a catch. Evidence Njoku, seldom used wide receiver, bringing this one in.
He just extends here. Ball's thrown in the right location.
The fake to Malik Carter. There is who else? Joe Jackson in the backfield.
Pitt offensive line.
Already 3 TFLs. This pass is batted into the air and it falls incomplete. That was John Garvin, who plays opposite Jackson. They call him Neo, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, we haven't even called Garvin's name, and he came into the game second on the team in tackle for losses and sacks. This defensive line, and I think it's led by Gerald Willis, the defensive tackle, they are littered with NFL talent, and I think they rival that group, Clemson, who we know has 4 guys also of their own that could play in the NFL, but you need to watch this Miami defensive front to really just understand how good they are.
Yeah, and if you're Pitt, you get to see this Miami front, and then you see that Clemson defensive front next week in Charlotte. Christodoulou gets this one off, and Dallas makes the catch of the 35 across the 40. DJ Dallas turns upfield. He wants blockers. Dallas has a convoy. DJ Dallas, touchdown. There is a penalty marker, however, back at midfield.
Play here. I want to hear what the ref has to say here.
There is no foul for targeting. Touchdown.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to give a lot of credit to this officiating crew. And just watch the brilliance of this return, making people miss initially. It is every returner's responsibility to make those first guys miss. And now he picks up excellent blocking downfield. Now he's controlling traffic and the ability to get past the punter. You know, when you get past the punter, that next day when you're watching film, your buddies are busting your chops, talking bad about you. The Canes with a huge play on special teams to bring the momentum to their side. And I know for every Cane fan, a Manny Diaz defense.
Nowhere to go for Darren Hall. And it's going to bring up 3rd down. 4th TFL for Miami. And as you said, Ahmad, they average more than 10 a game, tops in the country.
Well, they just play behind the line of scrimmage. You saw the ball get off from Jackson there, the way they shed blockers, and their willingness to work together to create negative. He's got major respect for this defense. Here's the look they like to heat up the pocket with this bear look.
Here they come. Pickett taken down by Gerald Willis, the All-America candidate who came into the game leading the ACC and TFLs.
Yeah, find me somebody better. I mean, listen, I played with a guy named Casey Hampton at the University of Texas. He led our team in tackles from the D tackle spot. This guy was 4th on the team coming in. This is phenomenal. For a defensive tackle that involved in each and every play is amazing. The tracking abilities here. Pickett is much more athletic than him, but he made that play look easy, wrapped up.
Little trickeration. This is Taysir Mack, and he is dropped back at the 45-yard line. Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? Romeo Finley with a TFL.
Ooh-wee. Man, these kids can fly, man. I mean, this play's supposed to work. Romeo had none of it. He spotted it from the opposite side, did not even bite on the fake. And his ability to charge, take the appropriate angle, get to where he's going. If you're a young football player,
Just here they got up to the line with plenty of time.
This is Darren Hall, and Miami not fooled by that play action, or what looked like it could have been play action at all.
this young man has the goods back there. Use your feet when you have to.
Edge pressure, Michael Jackson on the corner blitz. And they're going to say Pickett is down. So that time Miami brought the corner. And Pickett ruled down before he released the ball.
Manny Diaz defense, this is what it does to you. I mean, this is just the boundary blitz, and you've got to be aware there. And if you're the wide receiver, Taysir Mack, you've got to give your quarterback a heads up there. And then if you're Pickett, you've got to know that from a short distance like that, a speedy cornerback coming on what they call that cloud blue year, that are competing for a playoff spot.
Third down, a give to the fullback. And Aston will lose yards, so it's 4th down.
This is where you really make your money. You want to prove that you're one of the top units in the country. Shut Pitt down here, shut the door, and force them to a field goal opportunity.
Olesen finds some room on the edge. Broke one tackle, and all that for just a yard. It's the corner Bandy on the stop.
10 points. You are here. This is a whole new ball game despite them sputtering on offense throughout the day.
Olesen into the embrace of that Miami defensive front. Tito Odenibo.
To be good in this offense, now he's just got to work on touch and timing.
Perry, a screen pass to Homer. Homer sprinting down the sideline and pushed out of bounds. Elias Reynolds knocked him out.
How much does a play like that, Roddy, really get the
Travis Homer's hands very quickly on that one.
Homer again, right up the middle, breaks a tackle. Homer still on his feet. Gets a block from Hightower. Homer hits a sixer, but hang on. There's a flag at midfield.
signaling personal foul on both sides. Okay, let's go.
During the run, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 55 defense. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the succeeding kickoff. The result of the play is a touchdown.
Jalen Twyman, redshirt freshman, defensive tackle. Washington. Homer, geez, both backs today. DJ Dallas doing it with the punt return. Homer with the big block on the punt return, coming back here and showing burst. And boy, Roddy, did I love how he set up his block on the end there with that wide receiver. That was just brilliantly done.
You're right, Ahmad. It was fantastic. He has not touched the ball enough today.
Watch this dandy again as he brings through, and Brian Hightower on the outside edge. Great block up front, man-to-man. They took everything. The umpire almost trips him up there, but watch Hightower just driving the defensive back. And Homer with the excellent cuts and timing to punch it in the end zone. And now you see him here at Miami doing exactly what Manny Diaz does.
Pressure from Garvin, and that play goes absolutely nowhere. 3 and out, Pittsburgh.
That is not the drive nor the series that you wanted. I mean, yeah, Miami, other than that run by Hall, that was pretty forceful, just not what you're looking for. And then you go back to it. This team has already met their mark of what they average. Miami, 10 tackles for losses already.
Here's Jackson on the corner blitz again, and Michael Jackson with the sack.
You are seeing Kenny Pickett, the sophomore quarterback, be dissected by Manny.
Forced to put it all together, baby turnover chain.
Doesn't get any better than that.
3rd and long for Pickett. And that is the 6th sack by this Miami defense. Joe Jackson has been paying rent in the Pitt backfield.
Oh, wow. Anybody, and I hate to say this, anybody looking for a head coach defensively, Manny Diaz. I mean, this is a 4-man rush. It's the twist, the stunts up the middle that continue to make this group so dangerous. You know, it's his aggressive system.
N'Kosi Perry will run. Perry sprinting across midfield and finally taken down inside the Pitt 40. A gain of 41, quarterback draw, and another big gain on the ground for Miami.
Finally. I mean, I've been calling for this all day. You said a design quarterback run, a draw, hit him at the perfect time. Hey, here's what this spread offense does here for the Canes.
It's Dallas. He has an opening. DJ Dallas inside the 10. And they'll mark him out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. So 4th down after the timeout.
I'd keep this offense on the field and continue to go back to this. And listen, if you're a Miami Hurricanes fan sitting at home, you're wondering, where has this kind of stuff been all year?
I like the creativity that you're seeing here from Miami.
Dallas again. Left side open. Dallas reaching. Touchdown, Miami.
Hard to argue with a 7-play, 81-yard drive that's finished off like this, and the creativity, the guts to go for it on 4th down. And you know, listen, they've got their foot on. I just think Kyler Murray's he's been amazing.
Now, so has this Miami defense. Trajan Bandy has been everywhere.
Dominant. But I've got McKenzie Milton on that list as well, and Gardner Minshew may have taken a step back after yesterday.
Gerald Willis, the stop at the line of scrimmage.
Put it in the hands of their running back.
Aston motions. Toss to French. Looking for the perimeter. Miami closes fast. Trajan Bandy again. And they spot French. Where do they spot French? Shy of the 1st down marker, so Miami will take over on downs. Clemson and Notre Dame are right there, undefeated. Who's that 4th team? Here's Homer. Homer loose. He came in needing 199 yards to get to 1,000. Might have a chance to do it tonight.
I mean, he just continues to impress me. And, you know, Roddy said it earlier in the week. He's like, hey, do not count out these Miami backs. The burst here, the ability to get to the 2nd level and make this defense pay, that was spectacular.
They've got 3 really good ones.
Have a long day in Charlotte versus the Clemson Tigers.
Miami still playing. Darren Hall taken down for a loss. 3rd down.
It's all that's missing for them to be the Coastal champs and to compete with Clemson is a dominant offense.
Gray. 1st down and more into Pittsburgh territory.
And this is what's so underrated in the spread.